Few surnames stir up more controversy in the Western world than Trump. And while the Trump family has managed to bring their divisive behaviors to the global stage, some of their most serious affairs may have occurred behind closed doors. Melania Trump has had to deal with never-ending infidelity headlines, but she's not Donald Trump's first wife to face such rumors. In 1977, Donald married Ivana Trump. Not only was she the mother of his first 3 children, she was also an integral part of the Trump organization. However, their seemingly perfect union came crashing down in 1989 when Ivana learned of her husband's alleged years-long affair with model Marla Maples. Donald met Maples at a 1985 celebrity tennis match, and according to a 1990 Vanity Fair feature, they became increasingly sloppy about hiding their reported romance.
I just think the first moment I met him, I had a sense like I'd known him before. I think it was much deeper than just whatever you might feel.
Donald and Maples were repeatedly spotted at the same events, and she allegedly moved into a suite at the since-defunct Trump Regency Hotel. However, their biggest misstep occurred in 1989 when both Ivana and Maples vacationed in Aspen, Colorado at the same time. The two women actually bumped into each other, and according to Ivana's 2017 memoir, Raising Trump, Maples boldly let the truth fly. Ivana wrote, "This young blonde woman approached me out of the blue and said, 'I'm Marla, and I love your husband. Do you?' Ivana filed for divorce, and Donald married Maples in 1993. Despite the apparent overlap in their relationships, Donald later said in a 2022 deposition that he wasn't sure when he started seeing Maples. He mused, "It was towards the end of the marriage. It could be a lapover, but I don't really know." Donald Trump's 2024 presidential campaign was marred by controversy, but perhaps nothing stirred up as much talk as the legal trial tied to his alleged affair with Stormy Daniels. Trump first met the adult film star at a celebrity golf tournament in 2006, and as she told 60 Minutes in 2018, he invited her to dinner. She agreed and met him in his hotel room, where they ended up ordering room service. Daniels said she asked about Melania and Barron Trump, who was then just a few months old, and stated that Trump, quote, brushed it aside.
It didn't even matter that he was rich. He was just another male, and I was in a little skimpy outfit and have huge boobs.
She claimed they had sex that night, even though she wasn't attracted to Trump, but underscored, "I didn't say no. I'm not a victim." According to Daniels, they continued speaking and saw each other again, but had no more physical encounters. In 2011, she sold her story to a newspaper for $15,000, but it was never published, and she received no money. Then, mere days before the 2016 election, Trump's lawyer, Michael Cohen, reportedly offered to pay her $130,000 in return for signing an NDA, which she says she accepted. The story eventually made news anyway when it was uncovered by the Wall Street Journal in 2018. Then things got worse for Trump when all those press headlines gave way to 34 felony charges, including falsifying business records to influence the 2016 election. In 2024, Trump was found guilty on all charges, but denied the allegations and vowed to appeal. Before his alleged affair with Stormy Daniels, Donald Trump reportedly got cozy with former Playboy playmate Karen McDougal. Trump's alleged mistress spoke with The New Yorker in 2018, saying she met Trump when he filmed an episode of The Apprentice at the Playboy Mansion in 2006. Melania had given birth to Barron just a few months prior, but McDougal said that didn't stop an affair from blooming. According to McDougal, they had their first date, dinner in a private bungalow at the Beverly Hills Hotel, soon after. The model later jotted down notes about their relationship on 8 pages of paper, which The New Yorker obtained. Describing that first date, she recalled, "We talked for a couple hours. Then it was on. We got naked and had sex." She also noted that he tried to pay her, but she refused. They kept meeting up, but secrecy was key. She reflected, "Every time I flew to meet him, I booked, paid for flight and hotel, and he reimbursed me." As time went on, she said she met some of Trump's family members and even visited his apartment in Trump Tower, where he notably pointed out that Melania had a separate bedroom. After 9 months of sneaking around, McDougal ended the relationship in April 2007 because she felt guilty. She told the Meg, "If I could go back and do a lot of things differently, I definitely would." A Trump spokesperson clapped back at the allegations, saying, "This is an old story that is just more fake news." Nikki Haley has publicly dissed Donald Trump more than once, which made rumors of a clandestine fling all the more surprising. In 2017, Haley was appointed as the ambassador to the United Nations under the Trump presidency. In 2018, journalist Michael Wolff published his headline-making book, Fire and Fury, in which he wrote, "The president had been spending a notable amount of private time with Haley on Air Force One and was seen to be grooming her for a national political future." While he made no outright claims of an affair, it didn't stop others from doing so after they read that passage. Well, Haley was having none of it. Speaking with Politico in 2018, she called the speculation highly offensive and disgusting, noting that people will always try to find a way to tear down a successful woman. She went on to debunk Wolf's claims one by one, saying, "I have literally been on Air Force One once, and there were several people in the room when I was there. I've never talked once to the president about my future, and I am never alone with him." Indeed, not only would Haley go on to campaign against Trump in 2023, but the two would regularly exchange jibes.
Our country's in disarray, the world is on fire, and chaos follows him.
Meanwhile, Trump giddily boasted about her eventual campaign suspension in 2024. Writing on Truth Social, Nikki Haley got trounced last night. While Donald has faced an endless barrage of cheating allegations, Melania has also made a few headlines of her own. It all started in 2017 when an author named Monica Byrne took to Twitter to claim that a secret source had told her Melania was having an affair that Donald knew about. In the since-deleted tweets, Byrne alleged, "Word is, for many years, Melania has been having an affair with the head of security at Tiffany's in the Trump Tower lobby." She went on to claim that when Donald moved into the White House, Melania prolonged her stay in New York not because Barron Trump had to finish school, as she'd officially claimed, but because she wanted to be with her lover. Jump to 2019 and podcaster Noel Casler, who once worked on The Apprentice, appeared to corroborate those claims. He tweeted, "Melania didn't live with him in Trump Tower either. She lived with her boyfriend. We had to book the transport on Apprentice finales, and her pickup was not on Fifth Ave." Political Flair later identified the mystery man as Henry Hank Seamers, the vice president of global retail security for Tiffany & Co. Like father, like son. In 2011, Donald Trump Jr. allegedly began an affair with singer Aubrey O'Day, while his then-wife, Vanessa Trump, was pregnant with their third child. The pair met while O'Day was a contestant on The Celebrity Apprentice, and Don Jr. was acting as an advisor on the show. A fling soon began, and while an insider later told Page Six Don's marriage to Vanessa was effectively over before he got involved with O'Day, that may not have been entirely true. Not only did Vanessa and Don Jr. remain married until 2018, but they even had 2 more kids together. Indeed, one source told People that when Vanessa found out about the affair in 2012, Don Jr. quickly ended it. The source claimed Aubrey was very, very into Don. He liked her, but she was definitely more keen on him. The drama first made headlines during the 2018 divorce, then resurfaced in 2022, when O'Day decided to share her side of the story, telling People, "We both thought we were each other's soulmates." She shared a similar sentiment to Page Six, professing, "I'll always have love for him." The singer said the breakup was difficult, and it didn't happen because of a lack of affection. She explained, "I saw him choose a life that was inauthentic. For status, power, whatever it is. I'm so disappointed in what he became."
You know I couldn't be with someone like that. I'm as liberal as it gets.
Controversy hasn't just been reserved for the most well-known members of the Trump family. In 2021, Pulitzer Prize-winning Washington Post reporter Carol Leonnig published a book titled Zero Fail: The Rise and Fall of the Secret Service, in which she made some serious allegations against Vanessa and Tiffany Trump. According to insider sources, both Trump's youngest daughter and Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife had gotten, quote, "inappropriately and perhaps dangerously close" to Secret Service agents. This reportedly occurred while Donald Trump was in office between 2017 and 2021. First, there was Vanessa, who is said to have started dating one of the agents assigned to protect her family. It's not known when their supposed union would have started, but she only filed for divorce from Don Jr. in March 2018, and it wasn't finalized until February 2019, so there is the possibility of an overlap. As for Tiffany, Leonnig wrote, "She began spending an unusual amount of time alone with a Secret Service agent on her detail." It's unclear if they would have still been a thing when she met her future husband, Michael Boulos, in 2018, but a spokesperson for Tiffany denied the reports altogether. They told the Washington Post, "This is nothing more than gossip and is simply not true. Tiffany's experience with the Secret Service was entirely professional."